Good afternoon, friends and family of Central Trinity. This is Pastor Steve Judson, and I just wanted to reach out and touch base for a few moments with you. During my devotions this morning, I came across a verse that fairly familiar to many of us, but I think appropriate for this time in which we find ourselves. It's from 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verses 17 and 18. It says, "For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. And so we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen, since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." Now, while not a direct quote, this is the passage from the Bible that the phrase, "this too shall pass," is often drawn from. And the idea that even though it seems very heavy in the moment, but in the big picture, and especially in God's understanding, it is a very momentary and temporary. And if we focus our eyes on Him and on things that we can't see, like His strength and His love, that will sustain us and guide us through the challenges of what we can see. And I was reflecting a little bit as I was thinking about those verses, that there have been many great crises throughout our history that felt like the end of the world when we were going through them. But somehow we made it through and ended up being okay. I think of the 2008 banking crisis, 9/11, various wars in the Middle East, the Iran hostage crisis, Vietnam, the assassination of JFK, the Cuban Missile Crisis, Korea, and World War II, the Great Depression, the 1929 stock market crash, and many more. While the pain within each of these events varied and were experienced differently by different people, in the midst of all of them, people experienced fear because they had been ripped out of their normal lives into what felt like a very unstable and chaotic place. Yet again, those are all in the past. By God's grace and strength, we got through. The coronavirus pandemic will be no different. The pain will be felt differently by different people, some more than others, but we will get through. God will work in wonderful ways, even new and fresh ways, to reach people that were not being connected with Christ prior to the crisis. Didn't say God caused it, but God is going to bring good out of it nonetheless. The more important question for each of us, especially as Christians, is will we rely on our own strength to get us through, or will we fully put ourselves in God's hands and know that a few years from now, even the coronavirus, for most, will be a fading memory? If you're struggling right now, that's okay. You're not alone. Many people are struggling because we're still in it and will be for a while. But know that this too shall pass and we'll be okay, so long as we fix our eyes not on what we see, but on what we don't see, but can experience through Jesus. A calm and peace that cannot be overcome and is only available from God. May we all keep our current crisis in perspective and rest firmly in the arms of Jesus. May God bless your day.